Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at the Japanese exclusive Autobot Sky Garry. What we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a look at the amazing artwork and battle scenes that are on the packaging. We're then going to unbox him, we're going to take him out, have a look at everything that comes with him, including the leaflets and catalogues that are also with him. And then I'm going to transform him for you between each of the modes that he's got. And again, hopefully I'm going to be able to do this figure some justice for you because he's absolutely fantastic. He is very plastic, he does look very basic, but this is the purpose of this video. Let's see what you think of him. So, as I've already mentioned, he's a Japanese exclusive. You might be able to make out there that it says Takara Co 1991. And in 1991, in Japan only, they were running the toy line known as the Battlestars Return of Convoy. And that is the logo right there. There is, of course, Convoy, which was the Japanese name for Optimus Prime. So we've got this lovely box here. We've got the C there, which stood for Cybertron's. 360 was his reference number for the actual figure. We've got a transporter there for him. This one's got a 0 on it, so that signifies that it's only for Sky Garry. And we've got his little Micromaster there, which is Shot Bomber, and he's like a sort of space tank, but I'll show you him in much more detail in a second. Right, so let's spin it round, let's have a look at it. So the fact that this toy, again, it is basic, but it is also like a Micromaster base or play set, so the playability factors that are with it are brilliant. We've got the fact there that you can see that it's like a transporter. It can carry the little mini transporters themselves. It's also got a little drop feature or function, which totally reminds me of the film Aliens, if any of you are old enough to have seen that. It can also have a cockpit at the front, which I'll show you in a second. There's the robot mode, there's his Micromaster, and if we spin it round, let's have a look at the fantastic artwork there again for the return of Convoy toy line. You've got Sky Garry, the illustrious Grandus, and then of course we've got some of these Micromasters flying in and around. We've also got another picture at the back now. We've got the base mode, we've got the transporter mode, how it extends. This is brilliant. Obviously it telescopes right out. You're going to really, hopefully really enjoy it. And then funnily enough, just to point out before we go inside the box, see here we've got an advert for more Micromasters. You can see here they're MT1, MT2, MT3, and I actually did a video a couple of days on this particular one, and this one was MT4. And all that means is it's the Micromaster transporter, the Micromaster trailer, and that's the little transporter that I've took out of this particular box because this can interact with all of these. So I've got a couple ready. I've got the one from Star Convoy, I've got this, and of course there's one inside. Right then, that's just another quick look at the modes there. So base, robot, and Sky Garry, so the carrier mode. Right, let's have a look inside. Now, I was really lucky in acquiring this. And I think it was about 2006. I didn't buy it in 2006, it was only a year or two after, but in 2006 I believe it's one of them stories that you actually just can't believe and you want it to happen again and again, or you want a big part of it. But somebody actually found a case of these, brand new, mint and seal box, so like a case full of them. I'm just pausing here to show you the fact we've got the robot points and the tech specs there on the inside of the flaps, which is brilliant, so it means you don't have to cut the box apart. So as I was saying, literally somebody found a case of these in Japan. Of course, unfortunately at the time, if you brought one prior to that, the price plummeted massively. For people like myself, and I know a couple of other people who jumped on board and were lucky enough to get one at a very good price. The prices are going up again now, but at the time it's just one of them things that you just can't believe that actually happened. Right, let's have a look at the actual figure then. So I've had the robot on display 10 years plus, probably longer. But you can see you've got an extra protective layer of perspex at the front there. I'm going to take this off to bring him out, and you can see that he does have some stickers on, and unfortunately they're peeling. I will discuss that in 2 seconds. Probably one of the biggest mistakes I've made regarding this figure. But let's have a look at the rest of the thing. So we've got a ramp. Now I've never took these out, so is it going to be stiff? Yep, we've got the ramp, we've got his mini trailer, his transporter, we've got his 2 blasters, and there is his Micromaster. And what we can do with the Micromaster straight away, we can fold the missiles up on the top so it looks way better. I'm just going to shift, oh, there's another piece there which I didn't take out, and I'm just going to move this out of the way to stop the glare and to stop it getting in the way. So yeah, so there's the figure, as I say, in front of us, and the stickers you'll notice are peeling. And when I brought this, again, I brought it brand new, opened it up myself with the purpose of just to display it and have a little bit of a look at it because I'd never seen it and I really wanted to. So I started to apply some of the stickers, and I think it's just because of how old they are. There's the sticker sheet, you can see the couple that I've put on, they just didn't stick. They come off, as you can see, everywhere. So it's something that I really regret actually doing, so I stopped there and then. Right, let's have a look at the figure itself. So there is the robot mode, very, very basic, very, very plastic, I understand, but again, wait till you see all the stuff we can do. Playability is brilliant. This piece that was in the box, we're going to take and we're going to attach these two dowels into the back of the robot mode there. Now, it doesn't actually have any function in robot mode. It's just for aesthetics, and it's, I suppose it's a way of keeping all the pieces out of the box on him. We've got the two guns. I'll show you them in a second because they're both identical. So there are his guns, left and right, again, both identical. And right, let's have a look at the figure itself. So yes, again, I already mentioned it is plastic, and it does unfortunately get referred to as a brick with arms and 1 foot, because he does have his arms. If we're being really generous, we can say he's got shoulder articulation, bicep articulation, and maybe even wrist articulation, but all of these are mainly just for the transformation process. And yes, unfortunately, the legs are pretty much, in fact, this whole thing is fused when he's in this mode. You can't really do much with it at all. If we spin it round, he's got some sort of landing gear and some, I suppose, key treads you'll see in a second when he's in his other modes. But I still think, and that's how he's been sat on my shelf for a decade or so, he just looks amazing. He looks so, so good. Right, what he comes with is a standard ramp. Now, this ramp, you'll recognise it's the same, just a different colour of the ones that come with Skyhopper, Ground Shaker, all that sort of stuff. It's just your standard Micromaster connecting ramp. So the brilliant thing with this is it can connect with any of the other Micromasters that are out, and as well as these special Japanese exclusives. The other thing that he came with was his little own individual trailer transporter, and you can attach one of the figures in there. What I'm going to do is, because that's new, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to show you one that I've used before. This is Star Convoys. If we fold it down and if we push this back, you can hear that that clicks, and then you press this button here, and that actually is a launch mechanism. So in fact, as we've got Star Convoy, let's get Rodimus, put him in here for a second. So you've got this brilliant play feature which shoots them out. You didn't see that too well because of the camera. Let me have another go. But if you watch the video that I put on Monday, you'll have seen the fact that all these bases and these little trailers do exactly that. There we go. They've got a bit of firepower on them as well. Right, here is his little Micromaster. This is, as I've said, Shot Bomber. And if we bring him closer to the camera, you can see he's got his missiles there. He's just got the very basic and, of course, simple. I've never done it before. It's really stiff transformation process into this tank with missiles. That looks quite cool, doesn't it? There we go. Let's pop him there. Before I start the transformation process, then let's have another look at what else is here. We've got the instructions, and we've got, oh, lovely. We'll have a look at this in a second. This is a catalogue for this Return of Convoy toy line. I've not had a look at that yet, so that'll be interesting. And then, of course, we've got the instructions which fold out. We've got the Micromaster transformation. There's the talk about the trailers. And, yep, the rest of the transformation. So let's get started. So that's him in his basic robot mode. He doesn't really do too much, which we've just said. I'm going to take the weapons out of his hands. And now this is where it gets really cool. I'm going to show you this now. You don't have to do it now, but this is just in case you're getting bored. Look at that. Boom, straight away. So you could, there's loads of playability coming up in a second with this. I'm going to keep it like that though just for a second, because I'm going to fold out these claws like so. I'm going to now fold out the landing gear, I suppose they are, underneath there. I'm now going to fold this down at the front. And what you can do, again, remember this is a Micromaster playset. I've got Rodimus again, so let's pop him inside. He can then sit inside what is going to be. Let's fold the feet down. Everything is so stiff. Oh, I need to sit him up. There he is. 2 seconds. Trying to do this around the camera is awkward. There we go. So we've now got a pilot sitting in the front. Now we're going to fold the hands in like so. we're going to turn this around. So now we've got the landing gear at the bottom. We're going to fold the arms back till they line up like that. Exactly the same on this side. So in fact, I can show you how to do the arm bit first. We'll fold the arm bit up first. That's going to click in. We're going to turn it around, bring the landing gear down. And to be honest, I'm just going to bring this a little closer together just for now, and then fold the head up. There we go. So I think what I'm going to have to do is if I quickly just adjust the camera a little bit so we can see lower down. One more. There we go. So now you can see him. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as good as on the pictures because I haven't got the stickers on him. I am going to attach, let me take Rod a second because he's rattling around. I'm going to attach the guns here so he looks a little bit better. So you've got the standard, I suppose, carrier mode there right now, haven't you? Now, let me just move this to one side. What we can do, we can get all these little transporters that I've got. On the transporters, you've got a dowel and a hole and a dowel and a hole. So you can literally clip these together like so. So now again, what we're going to do, we're going to extend Sky Garry, stretch him right out, fold up the claws, and you can probably make out, see we've got a dowel there and then a hole on the other side. So yep, you guessed it, we can literally now, there's also that part there I'm going to come to in a second when I show you the drop. So we can now put these in. These can all fit lovely inside. Bear with me, I'm trying to lean over the camera and not knock it over. Attach the holes there, click the middle in. I really need a better camera because I can't reach. Let me reach this. Click it in. That's better. So now I'm just going to line this up. There we go. Wow. So you can see now, and you can clip them into place. It's now transporting 3 micro trailers. Let's just spin it around so you can see the other side. There we go. There are the trailers. So again, playability is brilliant. The fact that it can do that, I really like it. It looks really good. And then all you got to do is you've got to come out. We can now press this release button, and that will release all 3. What I'm going to show you there is the individual, so I'm going to pull these apart. I'm going to put his particular one in, which was 0. So what we are looking at is there. When I press the orange button on the other side, you can see how that opens up and it releases it. So you've got your little trailer, you've got your connectivity on the roof, which is there. Bring the clips down. You don't have to close this all the way now if you don't want to. You can have it open, you can have it however you want. But he's now carrying again this transport. And then, as you saw in the video, if we lift up the clips ourselves, and as I say, it reminds me of the film Aliens with the drop. There you go, you can drop the actual unit. Great stuff. There we go. Right, before we go on to the base mode, let's have a look at this. So we've got the flyer. This is nice and stiff, brand new. So we've got all along the bottom, we've got the Micromaster sets. And they've all got their individual trailers, and it's got the fact you can see there, it's shooting the vehicles out. There is Sky Garry carrying his 3 trailers. There is Grandis. There is Star Convoy. Now the cool thing, and I'm hoping this flyer is going to show it, but if it doesn't, I've got a picture anyway, is that they can all merge. There you go. There's the Battlestar platform. Star Convoy is pulling Grandis with Sky Garry on it. So that's the Battlestar attack platform. So they can all be used like that. And then because they've all got a base mode, you can then connect using all their interconnecting ramps and stuff to make a huge play set as well. So as you can see, as I've already mentioned, the playability factor in these figures, fantastic. Right then, let's go on to base mode. So let's take this. So what we're going to do now, we're going to keep extending it right out. It's pretty much done, to be honest, when it's in this particular mode. I'm going to take the blasters out of the hand. I'm just going to tilt this out. You can see you've got a dowel there. I'm going to now take this off the back. This was the part that I said didn't have any use while it was in robot mode. I'm going to attach it into the 2 holes here. You've now got a platform. In that clicks, I'm going to make sure it's fully extended up. I'm going to fold down what was the cockpit at the front. Now I can't fit it all in again, can I? Let me have a look at this. I'm going to tilt that out. Now I'm going to need to extend or go even further back for this. Let's have a look. So it's starting to take shape there. Can we see? Nope. Bear with me. Oh. Let's go there. That's better. That's better. Perhaps don't need it too far away now. So we've got the start of a base mode coming into play. Let's take this out of the way because it's just locking it all up. What we're going to do now with these trailers, again, you've got a hole at the bottom, and we're going to open this and we can attach this to the bottom in there. And the other side, exactly the same. Fold these down. I'm going to pick the camera up and do a full 360 in a second so you get to see how much better it does look. Now the final piece, which we can connect to a trailer, is of course the standard ramp. The standard ramp will clip on here, and then we can attach the back of these trailers. Again, you've got the connection. Oh no, it's at the front, sorry, my bad. At the front there, because the back's open, so we can connect these as well. He says, there it goes, that's just clipped in. Let's take Hot Rodimus, let's put him in command at the top there. Let's take the guns, because you can attach the guns as well. And as I say, I will be doing a pick up the camera and giving it a big spin around in a second so you can see it all. So you can take the guns, and then you can put one, if you want, at the front there, that he's going to man. And then we can put the other one at the front here, which let's put Shot Bomber in charge of, transforming him, turning his missiles over so he can be in charge of that. And then of course we've got Atlas's cars and stuff here as well. So if I just quickly pick this up so you can see, in fact, no, yeah, you can fold them out if you wanted to, but you don't really need to. So it's all connected up via the little troop transporters, via that ramp there. It's all extended out. He's got his missile launcher there. He's got his gun at the top as well. So you've got quite a cool little play set. And it wasn't just the fact that it could do that. It was the fact that you could connect it up with everything else. So if I take this out of the way, the example that it gives inside the instructions, and even on when it's talking about it, is, I don't know if you remember Sonic Bomber from Atlas and Big Powered. You can also connect these in. There we go. So now you've got an all singing, all dancing, connected up base as well. Brilliant. So yeah, any Micromaster playset with the connecting ramps, you can do all that with it. Great stuff. Right, let's transform him back now then into his robot mode and just do a finish up or a roundup, shall we say. And then I can gladly say that that will be the last time that I will ever transform him as well. Let's take all these out, So it was very simple. We're going to take the platform out. We're going to fold the feet, sorry, the landing gear behind. We're going to fold the feet up. Everything clicks horribly. Fold them down. Slot the legs down. Turn the arms around. Bring that up. Bring this down whilst also doing the fists. I'm going to save the head till the end because people commented on the videos that they love the fact on the advert that the last part was obviously saved for this. Oh, it's so stiff. And bang, there we go. So there is the 1991 Autobot Sky Garry, and of course Shot Bomber. I hope I managed to do him some justice. I'm sorry it took so long, but I wanted you to see all of his features, all of the things that he could do. And again, the playability factor, I've said it so 17 times, I keep saying it, playability factor with all these is loads. There's so much stuff that you can do with it. It is so much fun. There we go. Hope you enjoyed looking at him. I hope it, sparked again your interest in the Japanese Transformers as well. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, all your feedback. It's very much appreciated. Please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.